You know who it is? XRadio.biz. That was Pocket Full of Hoods. I don't even think I said it right, but it's such a song so fitting for Las Vegas. How there's so many like wannabes out there and all that great stuff that live that fantasy lifestyle right here in Vegas. We do have Mr. C. Palmer here. He is interviewing live with us, and also Sarah Miller on the line. She has some questions for him. Go ahead, Sarah Miller.
Yep.
How are you doing this morning?
I've had better days.
Oh, sorry to hear that. Well, you know what? C was ready for your questions.
All right. Good morning, sweetie.
Good morning, Sarah.
How are you?
Oh, I'm doing good. Doing good. High in spirit. I stay high in spirit.
Well, I have tons and tons of questions that could go on all day long, but I guess my bottom line, hopefully you received my message via XRadio.biz. I sent you a message a couple days ago inquiring about why your former employees and your present employees are not getting paid, and it's no surprise to anyone, and it's no surprise to me that people that are currently working for you are making it very known to anyone and everyone who will listen that they haven't been paid in weeks and months. They're leaking a lot of information about your company, and I just would like to have your take on that.
Well, first of all the information is not true. Okay, that everyone's not getting paid. When it comes to a company, okay, like I stated earlier, from January to March, I've had the worst season that I could ever have as a business person. But, those are the unfortunate times that we have to go through. Those are our biggest challenges that I have to get through, which is a financial challenge. Stability is the key. So that's the point. Well, that would serve the point for me to go out and get finances and, obligate myself, put myself on the line as a personal guarantor for this business and stand behind my word that we're not going to go out of business. The first thing that usually go out of business are people. Okay, mentally, you check out, then you physically check out. And during the hard times, it's not always just the company. It could be personal situations too as well that lead up to people leaving a company. However, this industry is just not for the business people. It's for the people of the business, meaning that through recession, it's been a hard time for everybody. It's not enough money out there to go around, but there's enough opportunity. So what I mean by that is that we're going to have to get back to working very hard in providing, putting in our sweat equity. And unfortunately, we're not going to get paid for efforts. We'll get paid for results. So the answer to your question is that all my employees wouldn't be just to explain who I am and the integrity that I carry, because I don't have a platform that hires and employ people. I have a platform that hire entrepreneurs and provide them the wisdom. And then, like you said, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. And no point intended when I say that. But my point is that I provide my time and a lot of wisdom going to that time. You had 30 years of experience when I came to Las Vegas. I get emotional when I talk about this part of it. And, when you put 30 hard years on this planet and you dig in soil, to provide that back to people is priceless. So I spend a lot of my time coaching the people that you have met through our season in personal development time. And sometimes what happens is that the business side kind of falls. Okay. So, what has been important to me is to put more of my time into people versus a building. So, and most of the people that will come and not stick are the ones that really don't know me, the ones that haven't had a chance to get to know me either. Through whether it's through our life coaching programs or our leadership programs. And it's been said, the ones that are not going to be stable are the ones that's not going to be stable. And unfortunately, a company is going to stand on those premises, meaning that the company is of the people. And if the people was not there to provide, as a team, a team resources, then the company's going to fall. And this company failed dramatically. Okay. And as I told people earlier, is that due to recession, I should have been out of business when it came to, the professionals, the specialists that were in my industry. They said, CD, I don't know how you're going to make it. I said, you know what? It's not for you to know how I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. And we're going to make it through with maybe 2 to 3 people. Out of 65 people that run a radio station, we're going to make it with 2 to 3 people. And we started this radio station with just 3 people, so we can continue to do it. However, financially, I got behind. It wasn't due to the fact that there was an opportunity to make money out there. It was the big corporations taking money from me on the backside that no one knew about, which is merchant services. And I don't want to go there, but, merchant accounts are very iffy at this time. They were freezing our capital left and right. We were doing the selling, but they weren't doing the batching. They were doing a lot of explaining. And as of today, I have a better part of $500,000 locked up in merchant services due to that. And it caused me to, have this spiral down type effect to our business from January to March. But prior to January, okay, if you look at my record of being here in Las Vegas, prior to January of 2010, every one of my employees were paid. Every single one. Lily, that's been with me the longest, last year I went through the same thing with a merchant account that took, $250,000 out of our bank account, our operating funds, overnight. And it put me in a spin then, and I came through. Since then, I've paid back everybody. I have a clean bill of health with the employment, what do you call them? I don't often deal with them. What do they call it? The
labor office?
Unemployment. Yes.
But in the meantime, what do you expect people to do when you owe them all this money and they go and file for unemployment, and unemployment tells them that, hey, you still technically work for X Radio, or you still work for XM Corp or whoever, so we can't give you unemployment. How do you keep people on the books, but yet you're not paying them? People haven't been there for months.
Well,
I've done my research, CD. Your slick talk and your motivational speaking and everything else that you think you're doing is running right out the window here. I've done my research. I've done plenty of research. I have plenty of access to get into plenty of different areas of the Internet, your business, everything. You have no idea how many people are behind this action right now to get you put away where you belong for running a shady company.
Let me tell you.
I just would like to get that out there in the open. I'm not going to sit here and listen to you and blabble on about how your leadership program. You're not a leader. You're not a leader. You're very much a follower, and it's a really sad thing. And I find it funny, like I said in my message to you earlier online, how is it that you drive around in your big truck and your wife has a name brand car, and I'm sure you're living in a very nice house, I'm sure of it. You have groceries on your table. You can afford to put gas in your car, but yet the rest of your former employees and present employees are struggling to no end.
Right.
People don't have money to feed their children. People don't have money to keep their lights on. People don't have money. I know for a fact people with handicapped children don't have money to pay their electric bills and their water bills so that they can wash their children to send them to school because you have withheld pay. That's nobody else's responsibility. That's nobody else's concern but yours. You are a business owner. You are there to make sure that your employees that have worked for you and have put in their hours get paid, and you have not done that.
Well, you're absolutely right.
You have not done it.
Well, you're absolutely right. I don't have...
And you might want to talk to Sandy and Carolyn, who are also sitting right there with you, because I just heard 3 days ago that Carolyn's running her mouth. So your little people that you think are so loyal to you and so down for CD and are going to do anything and everything for him, you're wrong. You're wrong, and I think deep down inside you know you're wrong. So how dare you sit here and praise that you're a man of God and he can, he's going to lead you in the right direction. He's leading you in the direction, all right. I don't think it's where you want to go, though.
Well, I understand you, Sarah. I understand your frustrations, okay? And let's just talk about one person. Let's just talk about Charles Miller. But we're not talking about everybody. You can't represent everybody.
Oh, no, I'm talking about several people. I'm not talking about just my husband. Yes, our situation is first and foremost to me. Of course it is. You owe my husband 2 months' worth of pay. Yeah, and because of your 2 months' worth of pay, we've fallen behind on everything. We have a family to take care of.
I completely understand.
Your family's taken care of. Your children are fed. Your children have whatever they need. But yet mine has to go without because you can't pay someone?
Yeah, you're right.
And no, Jeremy Womack, I won't let him speak.
You know what? Sarah, my mortgage is not paid. Okay, it's 5 months behind. I'm going to put this on the air. And I personally haven't been paid from X Radio myself.